Mr. Babu, 80-year-old male, went to sleep apparently well, woke up at 6 a.m. with headache and difficulty to read log or any written statements. Can see a bit sometimes here and there. Bumps into objects on left side. Later in the day, vomited. Review systems normal.
So, what do you make out now?
Cerebrovascular accident.
Yes. Cerebrovascular accident is a good possibility.
Sir.
What type of cerebrovascular accident you are suspecting?
Sir, probably hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage is a possibility. Why do you think hemorrhage?
Later the patient presented the headache, and then later in the day he vomited.
The vomiting may be a point towards yes, but can you get vomiting in cerebrovascular accidents affecting the posterior circulation?
Sir?
Can posterior circulatory strokes produce vomiting, like Wallenberg syndrome?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so need not be always be hemorrhage, but possibility is there.
Yes, sir.
Then so he cannot read. Something yes, like an acute visual loss. Tell yes, some causes for acute visual loss.
Amaurosis fugax.
Okay.
Then retinal detachment.
Retinal detachment, yes.
Then posterior circulation stroke.
Glaucoma.
Sir, yes, sir, glaucoma.
Vitreous hemorrhage.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Retinal arterial occlusion.
Yes, sir. Retinal arterial occlusion.
Retinal vein occlusion.
Yes, sir. It's possible.
Anterior uveitis.
Yes, sir.
Endophthalmitis.
Yes, sir.
Optic neuritis.
Yes, sir.
AION.
Yes, sir.
Possible?
It can be, sir.
Can you tell one common condition where people have headache and difficulty to see?
Sir, in migraine.
Migraine, that's very good.
Yes, sir.
So you said almost all causes. So out of these, which are the painful things? This bat did not have pain. You said many causes, yes, out of which are the painful things?
Yes, sir. Migraine is painful.
Migraine is painful. Good.
Hemorrhagic stroke is painful.
Painful.
Central retinal artery occlusion.
No, vitreous hemorrhage, maybe.
Sir, optic neuritis.
Yes, optic neuritis has got pain on moving the eyes. Very good. Behind the
yes,
globe. What about glaucoma?
Yes, sir. Glaucoma is painful, sir.
Now tell me, what are the cause of gradual visual loss?
Gradual visual loss, sir. Diabetic retinopathy, hypertensive retinopathy.
Right.
Then cataract. Then glaucoma.
Okay, what type of glaucoma? Gradually coming?
Sir, open angle glaucoma.
Open angle glaucoma, yes, good. So there are different causes for gradual versus okay. So let us go to the he bumps into objects on left side. What do you mean?
Sir, hemi-neglect.
Hemi-neglect. Any other possibility?
Sir, swaying to left side.
Swaying, maybe one.
Cerebellar lesions.
Can it be hemianopia?
Sir, it's possible, sir. Hemianopia is possible, sir.
What type of visual loss you expect in case of AION?
In AION, sir.
Suppose this patient says that he cannot see the lower half of the field. What does it mean to you? What do you call that?
inferior chordinopia.
What is altitudinal hemianopia?
Sir.
So that's what's called as
Okay.
altitudinal hemianopia.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me some causes of transient visual loss. Monocular transient visual loss.
Yes, sir. Amaurosis fugax.
Correct.
Then optic neuritis.
Optic neuritis, yes, correct. And sometimes even Janssen arthritis. You start with
Yes,
early intermittent transient monocular blindness. What about
Yes, sir.
bilateral transient visual loss?
In syncope.
Okay.
Then bilateral transient.
You mean postural hypotension, that's correct.
Yes, sir. Postural hypertension, sir.
Vertebrovascular insufficiency can produce problem to both occipital lobes, no?
Yes, sir. Then occipital
Migraine.
epilepsy.
Migraine.
Yes, sir. Migraine, sir.
Migraine, okay. Suppose somebody says there's loss of color vision.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is the localization?
Color vision. Sir, retina, some retinal problems
Or optic nerve?
or optic nerve, sir.
Optic nerve, okay. So he has problem of bumping into objects on left side.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you have analyzed it. So we have said acute versus chronic, painless, transient. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now comes the positive visual symptoms. What are the positive visual symptoms? And
Sir, visual hallucinations
visual hallucination can occur when?
in occipital seizures.
Occipital disease can have hallucinations. Yes.
Yes, sir. Then visual agnosia.
Yes. Epilepsy can have
Yes, sir.
positive visual symptoms.
Yes, sir.
Then intracranial spatial combination can have problems.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Migraine, you may see something, cortication spectrum.
Yes, sir. Or sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then
Halos can be seen in glaucoma.
yes, sir. Halos can be glaucoma. In cataract also.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And what do you get in retinal detachment?
In retinal detachment,
A
curtains.
curtain will follow.
Yes,
A
sir.
curtain will fall,
Yes, sir.
and they will not be able to see anymore.
Yes, sir.
If it is associated with headache, what will affect?
With headache, migraine is a possibility, sir.
Yes.
Then vascular accidents, hemorrhagic vascular accidents.
So it will be with limb weakness,
Yes,
pain
sir.
involved, sensory
Yes, sir.
complaint, and so on.
Yes, sir.
So let us move forward. So
Yes, sir.
history, what's the summary of the history? What's the inference?
From the history, probably a cerebrovascular accident, probably.
So what are the risk factors?
Risk factors, diabetes, hypertension, old age, some then smoking, alcoholism, then any family history of cerebrovascular accidents. Then that's also. Then history, hypertension for 20 years, TIA 2 years back, acid peptic complaints following aspirin, on amlodipine, clopidogrel, and atorvastatin. Salt restricted diet.
So with this history, what do you make out and where do you localize the lesion?
Sir, patient is hypertensive, so there is a high risk for hemorrhagic stroke.
Yes.
So probably the posterior column, posterior circulation stroke.
Yes. So we said it can be a homonymous hemianopia. In which situation, where will be localization?
Sir, Sir, temporal or parietal lobe?
Temporal lobe, parietal lobe commonly produces quadrantenopia.
Quadranopia, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, homonym seminopia, sir, in optic chiasma.
Optic chiasma produces bitemporal hemianopia.
Bitemporal, okay, sir. In optic tract lesions.
Yeah, that's correct. Correct.
Optic tract lesions.
Optic tract, lateral geniculate body. It can be
Yes,
the occipital lobe.
Occipital lobe.
Radiation. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, what will be the common cause of this homonymous hemianopia in adults?
In adults, cerebrovascular accident is
That's correct.
sir.
Infarction and hemorrhage makes up 50 to 80%. Rest is all
Yes,
what? Other causes.
Other causes. Sir, optic neuritis.
Optic neuritis is an optic nerve.
Yes, sir. Optic nerve, sir. Yes, sir.
Nerve involvement will produce only the
Intracranial space occupied lesions.
That's correct. Good. What else?
Then
Trauma of different types.
Trauma.
Surgery.
Yes,
Other
sir.
diseases can also affect, like encephalitis, meningitis, and so on. And children, vascular accidents are rare. So, what are the possibilities?
Encephalitis.
Neoplasia,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
encephalitis. And head injury basically produces multifocal brain damage, and you can
Yes, sir.
have anywhere else.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so rarely you can have multiple sclerosis, Jacob-Creutzfeldt disease, degenerative disease, and so on.
Yes, sir.
What will be complete hemianopia?
Complete hemianopia. The lesion is on optic tract, not in the occipital cortex.
Complete hemianopia means vertical meridian will be exactly vertical,
Yes, sir.
including half of macula.
Yes, sir.
So where is the localization? Can you describe the visual pathway?
Sir, in visual pathway, we have the retina, then optic nerve, optic chiasma, optic tract, then lateral geniculate body, optic radiations, and occipital cortex.
Very good, very good. So how do you localize at various levels?
In the optic nerve, the complete one side vision is lost.
Monocular.
Monocular anopia. Then optic chiasma, bitemporal hemianopia will be there.
Good.
In optic tract, the homonymous hemianopia will be there. When lateral geniculate body also, the same findings will be there. In optic radiations and occipital cortex, there will be macular sparing.
Optic radiation, early part will be homonymous hemianopia. Subsequently, when you go to posterior part, they split into temporal lobe and parietal lobe.
Yes.
So you may get quadrantenopia. And again, occipital lobe, you will have homonymous hemianopia. So what investigations you plan in this case?
Sir, we have to take radiological investigations, CT scan.
Okay.
Hello.
So what will be complete homonymous? You said complete homonymous hemianopia. Now what will be incomplete homonymous hemianopia?
There will be macular sparing when lesion is on the occipital cortex.
So what will be congruous and incongruous?
Sir, yes.
Congruous means exactly symmetrical.
Yes, sir.
Chart out the field of vision exactly symmetrical is called congruous. Other one is called as incongruous. So what is Wernicke's pupil?
Sir, in Wernicke's pupil, sir.
Wernicke's pupil is a situation where if you can send a very narrow beam,
Yes, sir.
very narrow beam of light, if you can apply it on one half of the pupil,
Yes,
then hemianopia pupil will not respond.
Yes, sir.
When the light falls on the other side, it will show constriction. With ordinary torch, it is not possible. Rather, it is the theory part. When you have field of vision defect, can you localize in the internal capsule?
Yes, sir. It's possible, sir.
How?
Because the radiations are passing through the posterior limb, near the posterior limb.
So how will you localize it clinically?
Clinically, there will be weakness also will be there along with visual symptoms.
Weakness, anesthesia, or
Anesthesia.
hemianopia.
Yes, sir.
They all go together.
Yes, sir.
And on examination of this patient, these are the findings.
BP is 140/80. Left homonymous hemianopia is there.
Then
Then
we already mentioned the causes of hemianopia in children and adults.
yes, sir.
Okay. So you said what is Anton syndrome?
Sir, in Anton syndrome, sir, this
Yes.
clinically there will be blindness. The patient will not accept he is blind.
And people will
People they say I can hear, I can see everything.
and what
But
will
actually,
the response?
Pupil response will be absent.
In pupillary response will be present in all cases provided it is
Yes.
intact up to the lateral geniculate body.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So they'll have
Okay, sir.
what's called as cortical blindness.
Yes, sir.
Okay. They will have anosognosia.
Sir.
No? The pupillary
Yes.
reflex will be intact because
Yes, sir.
the pathway up to the lateral geniculate body is intact.
Yes, sir.
They are not appreciating because it is behind. The problems are behind. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have already analyzed and committed that it's a hemianopia. Where do you localize in this case? Possibly. There is no
Sir,
weakness. There is no sensory loss. Only hemianopia. So it is not internal capsule.
sir,
There is
possibly
no
the
quadranopia. So where
Yes, sir. Sir, it can be in optic tract. It can be occipital lobe also.
it can be the occipital lobe.
Yes, sir. Lateral geniculate body can be.
It can be in the occipital lobe. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we went. We found that he has got hemorrhage.
Yes, sir.
So what can be etiology?
Sir, probably hypertensive. The patient is hypertensive for last 20 years.
So what are the common sites of hypertensive bleed? Tell me the 5 sites of hypertensive bleed.
Circulophyll is.
Pardon? That is subsequent hemorrhage.
Yes, sir.
In cerebral hemorrhage, what are the common sites?
Sir, berry aneurysm.
No, that's not subarachnoid hemorrhage.
Subarachnoid, sir. Sir, Charcot artery.
Hemorrhage.
Charcot artery rupture.
It can be in the.
Putamen. Putamen is the most common site, sir.
So they present as hemiplegia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second site will be
Second site will be
thalamus.
thalamus. Yes, sir.
They will have sensory complaints, hyperpathia and so on. Along with
Yes, sir.
weakness may be there.
Yes, sir.
And what will happen if it is a bleeding into the pons?
Pontine hemorrhage. Pupil will be. There will be pinpoint pupil.
Yes.
Then
What will the temperature like?
temperature will be very low.
Very high. Hyperparexia.
Okay, okay, sir.
And eye position.
Eye position will be fixed.
There will be involvement of center for horizontal gaze.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Horizontal.
gaze party may be there.
Yes, sir.
There will be deep coma.
Yes, sir.
The fourth site will be cerebellar hemorrhage. What are the
Yes, sir.
presentations?
Sir, cerebellar presentation there will be ataxia.
Headache, vomiting, ataxia. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Headache, vomiting, ataxia. Fifth site will be subcortical.
Yes, sir. Cortical.
This patient is having in the occipital lobe.
Yes, sir.
So it's not a classical site for hypertensive bleed. So what may be the cause?
Sir, some aneurysm rupture.
amyloid angiopathy,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
or it can be part of some AV malformation, vascular anomalies.
Yes, sir.
Does not belong to classical sites. And what are the common signs of hypertension, eye signs of hypertensive hemorrhage? Yes,
Sir,
you know,
papilledema. Sir, there is papilledema.
if there's putamen, I used
Yes,
to
sir.
radiate to which side? Conjugate deviation to
Sir, affected
You-
side.
you expect in both in putamen and in pons there will be conjugate deviation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and you expect skew deviation. In thalamic hemorrhage, cerebellar hemorrhage, and
Yes, sir.
other two sides, there will be classical signs of in the eye. There will be classical nystagmus in cerebellar hemorrhage. Patient looking into the nose. So eye signs may help you to clinically localize. Cerebellar signs go to cerebellar hemorrhage. Classical signs of pons helps you to localize the pons. Thalamus is related to sensations and weakness, and putamen has got classical hemiplegic presentation.
Yes, sir.
How are you going to treat this patient?
Treatment. Proper management of hypertension.
Yes, hypertension has to be managed. Now tell me,
Manage properly.
operable. Hemorrhages are operable. If it is very superficial, you can operate.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
Yes,
you don't enter into operation. The surgery is
Yes, sir.
commonly thought of in case of cerebellar hemorrhage, because if the posterior fossa can produce sudden death, and
Yes, sir.
patient may survive if you do surgery. So,
Yes, sir.
in cerebellum, what is the indication for doing surgery? Not for all cases.
Yes, sir. In increased intracranial tension.
As
to
evident,
relieve
progressive brainstem compression,
Yes, sir.
2, fast deterioration,
Yes, sir.
3, development of hydrocephalus,
Yes, sir.
and 4 is large bleed more than 3 centimeters. This
Yes.
was the CT scan of our patient under discussion, and this
Yes,
shows
sir. It's a hemorrhage in the
hemorrhage in the
Hemorrhage.
occipital lobe. So,
hospital.
what are the common signs of occipital lobe involvement?
The visual symptoms will be there.
They are very good. Hallucination, delusions. So,
Yes, sir.
and hemianopia.
Yes, sir.
And
Then
what is the
symptoms.
final diagnosis in this case?
Final diagnosis, cerebrovascular accident, hemorrhagic. The site is occipital lobe. Etiological, it will be due to hypertensive bleeding.
Okay. So, it can be. Right. So, any doubt about this case? Any doubt about this case?
No, sir.